Beautiful Friday afternoon here from College of the Canyons as we bring you college soccer doubleheader here on the Canyon Sports Network as Cuesta College intend to take on your COC Cougars. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Robinson. Happy to be along with you here today from the Cougar Soccer Center as we get you ready for more 3C2A soccer action. And a windy day here in the Santa Clarita Valley, so bear with us on the camera front with the look of the swingingness, we'll say. We apologize for that. Not much we can do, as unfortunately it's just going to be one of those days today with a little bit of wind on us as we're nearly ready to go. As it'll be Cuesta and COC in just a moment. As we'll bring you starting 11 for each side. We'll start with Cuesta. Magale Avila is going to start in goal for the Cuesta College Cougars. Ruby Fiore, one of the starting 11 up front, the forward, freshman out of Porterville with 2 goals on the year. Brenna Canepa with 2 assists on the year, another freshman out of Sonora, California. Lauren Pudillo will start in the midfield position. CC Tucker, another forward out of Arroyo Grande, California. Taylor Kirk in the midfield spot. Riley McGinty, a defender. Maya Gonzalez, another midfielder. Mia Ferguson in the midfield position. Katrina Zambrun, with 2 goals and an assist on the year, leading point getter for Cuesta College. And Maddie Brandiff in the midfield spot, the freshman out of Santa Clarita. Will be the starting 11 for Cuesta for the Cougars of College of the Canyons. Zoe McDonald going to get the start in goal. Then Giselle Sayan, Sabine Yalung, Janelle Cornelio, Lauren Bailey, Rebecca Brooks, Maggie Maldonado, Katie Russell, Lizeth Gutierrez Cervantes, Sasha Marcelin, and Shelby Cooper getting the start for COC. Rebecca Brooks, the striker for the Cougars that has been the dangerous one on the offensive side for COC, will be out there in the middle of the field as we get going. Cuesta will start with the ball as they won the opening toss. They will be in their white uniforms attacking the goal to our left in this first half. Cougars in their blue uniforms moving from left to right. Canyons will send it to Brooks, who's trying to work down the left-hand side, one-on-one with Ferguson. Canyons will try and control, pass through the middle, broken up. But Canyons able to pick it back up. Cornelio will flip the field onto the near side, trying to get Katie Russell on a run. She'll cross through the top of the box. Brooks, a right-footed strike that gets blocked. And the Cougars will get Canyons, will get a corner kick. I need to try and stem my Cougars calls, as both teams are the Cougars, so it's the battle of the Cougs, as you would say. Bob Wilson, the head coach for Cuesta in his 26th season, 226 career wins as the Cuesta College head coach, who is right now sitting at 1-1, a win over Sequoias for them just a few days ago. For COC, Justin London in his 13th season. As Canyons off to a 2-1 start, looking for their 3rd win of the year. Just picked up a win over Moore Park a few days ago to get themselves back just above 500. They split their first 2 games of the season. As here's Brooks holding on right in the center circle. Canyons will play it to the near side. Russell will run on to it, working one-on-one against Kirk. Her pass went off Brooks, picked up by Tucker, and she sent it to the far side of the field. Fiore. Zambrun, then on to the near side, Canepa, and she'll just chip it back as Cuesta trying to play for control, and they'll eventually give it up. As a chip ahead will be run onto by Sayan for Canyons. Good move right through the middle as Maldonado able to create some space for herself. Her pass, though, was behind the intended target. Sent down the field, and it'll be a goal kick here. Justin London, the head coach, as we said, 149 career wins. Looking for 150, if he can pick it up here today, thanks to our crack statistician slash SID slash all-around good guy Jesse Munoz for texting that to me just 2 seconds ago. Cuesta with the ball. Trying to move it onto the outside. Fiore able to step around a defender. She'll try and cross it through the top of the box. Now a right-footed strike by Ferguson that goes high and over. And it'll be Canyons with the ball in a goal kick situation. Cuesta this year, an even 4 goals and 4 assists on their season. Cougars, for Canyons, excuse me, the offense has been pretty good. 9 goals for, 6 against. And it's been lopsided scores all the way around for COC this year, as they've won 4-0 and 4-1, with a 5-1 loss to Chafee sandwiched in between. As Brooks was trying to run it down the far sideline. So here comes Zumbrun. We'll drop it off to Canepa. Canyons takes it away. Maldonado ahead. Brooks trying to cut towards the net, and a good job coming out is Avila to knock it down. Russell with the ball for Canyons, trying to go down the near side to Sayan, and it's just out of a reach. And it'll throw in coming off the near sideline for Taylor Kirk. Ferguson up the near sideline. Just a little under 10 minutes into this one. No score. Neither team with really a good attack chance. Maybe one for the Cougars and or for Canyons, and that's been it. So here goes Bailey, trying to cut through the middle. Was trying to feed Brooks. Has a run towards it. Needed to try and chip it around the keeper. It went off of Avila and out, and it'll be a corner kick for Canyons. Good look for Brooks. It's second good look for COC. Just unable to connect. We'll see what Canyons tries to do. Wind kind of blowing in our face right now, so kind of from the southwestern side of the field as that drive goes wide. Right-footed strike from Pulido that missed the mark. Canyons has kind of controlled the tilt on the field here early on. Brooks, right-footed strike! Just deflected away. Avila able to get a hand on it and knock it off the post. So Canyons really pressuring now. And they'll have another corner off the near side as Kirk again. High in the air. Flicked on by Maldonado. Picked up. Right-footed strike from just outside the box. Bounces in, and it's an easy stop for Avila. As it was Shelby Cooper trying to drive it on, moving up out of the defensive spot. Turnover by Cuesta, but they're able to get it back as Canyons couldn't control on first touch. Now they take back over once again. Bailey chips ahead and chips it wide. Not sure if it was a shot or more of a chip to try and feed a run, but it was well wide and well long for either of those. Canyons again on the attack here. Maldonado tries to cross. Avila comes out to stop it as her and Brooks kind of collided. Cuesta was trying to move it ahead and could not. It'll be a throw-in for Canyons off the far side. Just over 10 minutes gone here, first half. Canyons and Cuesta in women's soccer. First of a doubleheader here today from College of the Canyons. As the men will take on Pasadena City College. 6 p.m. start time for that one, or scheduled start time. Good throw in to get Brooks a run here. She'll chip to the middle. That one should be a handball in the box, and it is. Went right off of Taylor Kirk. That'll be a PK for Canyons here. Not much Kirk could do. Ball just kind of rode up and hit her in the hand, hit her in the arm. So it'll be a PK chance, and it'll be Katie Russell to take it. Good look here for Canyons early on, trying to make it 1-0. As Russell, it's stopped by Avila. That's a very good read by the Cuesta keeper. Sophomore out of Paso Robles read it perfectly, and a PK goes awry for Canyons, and we remain at 0-0. Cooper able to cut off that pass. Turned over, though, as Cornello couldn't do anything with it. Canyons defenders doing a good job here early on any chance that Cuesta has had to try and move the ball ahead. Pressuring the offensive attack and making sure they force Cuesta backwards, which currently they are working on trying as they try and move forward as that one goes towards the Cuesta bench. Driven ahead by Fiore. Bounces in on McDonald, and she'll just hold on. Crooks tries to push it ahead. She's able to get around one defender just outside the top box and stopped by Avila as she's able to read it and cut it off. Another good look for Canyons as they have had the better of the chances here early on. Canepa. Out of Kirk. Ahead is Brandriff. Had it taken away. Canyons back the other way here. Bailey trying to get it ahead. It was defended away. We've got a Canyons player down and bring out the medical staff. Cornelo was the one that was down. Should get checked out here and Sarah Allen going to take over for Cornelo here. Cuesta trying to attack. Fiore able to get around one. Tries to cut it into the box, and that one driven into the parking lot. Actually, it stayed in. It's kind of knocked down by a tree, but that was headed for some cars out there. So it was driven by some run well over the goal. So first good chance for Cuesta that didn't result in much. Canyons trying to go back on the attack the other way. So play for control here. San able to play it over to Yalung. All the way to the far side of the field, but there was nobody there for Canyons. I think Yalung was trying to flip it over to Cooper, and Cooper had moved ahead trying to overlap a bit. Cuesta trying to work ahead. Fiore working one-on-one against Cooper. Cooper going to end up winning that battle. Back to Sasha Marcelin. Head to Sarah Allen, but she had it taken away. It's pushed towards the goal, but McDonald able to gather it. Canyon's trying to work down the far sideline. Gutierrez Cervantes was the one trying to work down the sideline and had it knocked out of play. And we'll have some substitutions go back. And it'll just be the switch back where Cornelo will come back in and Allen will come back out. Into the box, right at the top of the 12-yard box. Canyons will chip it back, and they shoot and score. Bailey, off a little bit of a broken play, was standing halfway between the 18 and 12-yard box and able to drive it home. And Canyons with a 1-0 lead. So it's 1-0 Canyons. And Bailey kind of in the right place at the right time off of a good attack from Canyons. For Bailey, her first goal of the year and now third point of the season. As Canyons right back on the attack once again, putting lots of pressure here on Cuesta. Cornelio lost it. Cuesta has not been able to really push the field at all. So here goes Cooper ahead, try to get it on to Brooks for a run. Brooks able to get around the defender, but thought she got tugged on a little bit. And I believe we're going to have a goal kick here. Brooks and Gonzalez were fighting for position. And the head official said, no, we're okay, and we continue on. Brooks able to steal, left-footed strike that's going to go wide. Smart by Avila to just let it go. 1-0 Canyons, though. Lauren Bailey with the goal. Her first of the year. Another chance for Canyons that just doesn't connect. A little over 22 minutes to go in the first half. It's It's been pretty much all Canyons on the attack here early on. Cuesta's had maybe 2 good chances as McDonald wanted to boot that one far and caught a little too much of it and it popped straight up in the air. Canyons defenders, though, able to clean it up. Good little move from San. She'll play it over to Marcelin, who will drive it ahead. Tucker knocked it down. Cuesta going to stop it up. McGinty was trying to move it to Dillingham. And Canyons look at a goal kick here. It's McDonald. Cuesta trying to push the field here. Running ahead onto it was Kirk. One-on-one against Russell. Turns it back, still against Russell. Dropped it off to Canepa, into the middle of the field. Right-footed strength that's going to go wide of the goal. McDonald lets it roll wide. As Brooks here with it now for Canyons. Pushing it onto her left foot. Looking for room to operate. Will strike with the left foot, but it's going to roll wide the entire way. So another goal kick coming here. Inside of 20 to go in the first half. 1-0 Canyons. As it was the Lauren Bailey goal just a few moments ago. And looks like a substitution for Cuesta. CC Tucker stepping off. Did not see who got on the field. Ball coming right at us here as a couple of bodies collide. San went down hard as her and Canepa were fighting for it. And it'll result in the Canyons throwing. Bailey able to play it back. Canyons ahead. Cornelo was trying to get it to Brooks. And Avila way out near the top of the penalty area, able to pick it up. Another throw in for Canyons. Good ball onto the outside. Russell just inside the penalty area will stop up. Left-footed strike will just roll. And Avila will pick it up. She boots it ahead. It goes out of play. It's a whistle for a foul. chance for a set piece here for Canyons. Maldonado will be the likely one to strike it. It's a three-woman wall for Cuesta here. We'll see what Canyons decides. Maldonado will just float it high, and it hits the crossbar and goes out. Good chance for Maldonado. Canyons will see a sub. Gutierrez Cervantes off, Rapp on. Brandiff off, and Alvarez on for Cuesta. So they try and work ahead here. Zambrun will just play it back. Lito ahead. It rolls past the bodies from each side. Marcelin gonna try and run it down, and she just smartly decides to knock it out of play. She didn't really have much room to work. So we wait on the Cuesta throw in here. Into the penalty area it goes. Flick towards goal and dove on by McDonald. Brooks will flick ahead after McDonald booted it across the midfield stripe. Misplay from Canyons, but Marcelin able to clean it up. And here goes Brooks with an attack chance, or Bailey, excuse me, with an attack chance. Right-footed strike, and Avila knocked it down to herself and holds on. Turf helping Canyons here. It's all turf field here at the Canyon Soccer Center. Sometimes that'll play a factor into the match as teams that maybe aren't used to all turf, ball will bounce a little bit more. Makes it tougher to control. McGinty able to defend, and Canyons will have a corner. Fourth corner of the match here for Canyons. Russell gonna go over to take it. The freshman out of Santa Clarita, went to Saugus High School. Saugus playing some football behind us here this evening at Cougar Stadium just to our west. This one bounces low. Brooks was trying to corral and just could not handle it, and it goes out of play. Kirk was trying to work around a couple of Canyons players. Sand now with it for Canyons, up the near sidelines. Russell just walking towards the middle, waiting for pressure. Will flick it off to Cornelo. Into the middle, Maldonado. Wanted to clip it through the middle. And there was really no pressure on Kirk. It was late coming pressure from Russell, and Kirk just decides to play it out, and it's a corner kick coming for Canyons here. So another corner, another chance to try and set something up and extend the lead. 12:45 to go in the first half. Canyons with a 1-0 lead off the Lauren Bailey goal, her first of the year. It's a low corner. One touch towards the middle of the penalty area, defended by Cuesta, but taken back by Canyons. Bailey will play it all the way back out to the midfield circle. Marcelin. Yalung, then to Sand. Maldonado. Wants to run. One-on-one with Ferguson. Down low, cross that'll bounce into the 10-yard box, or the 12-yard box, excuse me, and be picked up by Avila. Another takeaway by Canyons. Another chance to try and attack. It's been a lot of attack by COC here early on. Not a lot to show for it at this point in time as they just have a goal, but still you continue the pressure. Turnover by Cuesta as they had control in the middle of the field. Picked up by Russell. Wants to get it to Brooks on a run from the near side. Working one-on-one against Lowen. Cuts it back towards the top of the penalty area. But nobody there for Canyons as it was all white jerseys around. And Cuesta able to play it out to the near side. Canepa trying to cut around Sayan. Still has it. Right at the center stripe. Fiore then couldn't handle off the pass as it skipped away from her. Canyons back the other way again. COC can push here if they want to. Cuesta looks like they're battling a little bit of bus legs here. There's another corner here for Canyons. It's already the 6th corner here in the half for COC. So this one will float high, defended by Cuesta. Cooper was trying to strike it on a one touch, and it actually hit off of a teammate right in front of her. Ferguson trying to work ahead. Zumbrun tried to cut it back across the field to the near side, defended by Canyons. And Cooper, good job, able to keep it in play, and Canyons will have a chance to work back the other direction. Brooks, one-on-one, chips it around a defender. Running onto it, onto the far sideline. Was trying to work around Gonzalez, who did a good job to recover. Play it ahead, Fiore, but she plays it out. And it'll be a throw-in for Canyons. Wind's starting to pick up, blowing out of the south now as the flags have changed here at Canyons Soccer Center. Rapp trying to play it ahead. Now Bailey. Rapp was trying to run onto it. Now Cuesta back the other direction. Whistle for a foul on Canyons. Inside of 7:15 to go in the first half. Still just 1-0. Lauren Bailey with the only goal so far. Cuesta trying to drive it towards the Canyons goal, and McDonald able to pick it up. And we'll just roll it short as Yalung will move it ahead. Yalung with some speed. The near side, Russell, then into the middle. Ranillo able to play it to Bailey. Bailey, right foot, but from too far out to be dangerous as Avila able to hold on. Some substitutions off of each side. Ferguson off, Mendoza on for Cuesta. Brandiff ran back on, as well as Flanagan. Not sure who came off. Canyons just sends that one out on the near side. Kirk will throw this one in. Canyons on first touch. Bailey, nice little move. Trying to chip ahead. Mendoza couldn't cut onto it before Lowen cut across. Lowen just plays it out and a throw in for Canyons off the near side. See if they go quick here, and they do. Maldonado into the penalty area, defended. Canyons was pushing ahead. As Cooper had moved well forward. Now Yalung with it. Little overlap. We'll turn it back. And Canyons ultimately just decide to play it all the way back to McDonald here. Throw-in coming here for Canyons. Cooper will fire it in. So here goes Canyons once again on an attack. Bailey will just play it onto the near side as they play back for control with San. Inside of 3 to go here in the first half, 1-0 Canyons. Good connection from Canyons. They'll try and cut it into the box, and again, Avila there. Canyons is still controlling here as Maldonado will just play it back. So we're at 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Should be right about on time. May not be much extra here in this first half. So here's now Brooks. Was trying to get it ahead. Thought she might have Rapp going ahead with her, but Rapp stopped up as she wanted to stay on side. They're throwing off the far side for Canyons. Might be about a minute of extra time after the injury that happened. But that would be probably about it. As we're inside that 2-minute mark. Canyons taking their time to get the ball back in, and they do here. Here's Bailey again, another chance. She shoots and she scores. Cut to the middle, a nice move from Lauren Bailey, and she has her second of the game. And Canyons with a 2-0 lead, and they don't get much sweeter than that. A little right-footed step, cut it past the defender with a flick off the back side of her right foot, and then drove it in with the instep. And Canyon's gonna go right back on the attack as Brooks with a steal. Combination didn't work that time as Mendoza tried to connect with her, and that'll do it for the first half. So a late goal for Canyons. Lauren Bailey's second of the half, and they have a 2-0 lead as we head to halftime here in the first of a soccer doubleheader from College of the Canyons.
Program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Welcome back in Canyon Soccer Center. Matt Robinson back with you as we get ready for second half action here between College of the Canyons and Cuesta College. COC with a 2-0 lead as we are underway here in the second half. Canyons to open things up. This one chipped out, gonna be a throw in for Canyons on the near side as Cooper will fire it ahead. Brooks back to Bailey. Bailey has been the hot hand so far here in this one with 2 goals, both in the first half. Carnillo had an assist on the second one, came late in the first half. It's been a good attack for Canyons so far here today. As Brooks trying to play it into the box, defend it away. And to throw in for Canyons is running up to throw it in will be San. Trying to get it into Maldonado. It bounced under her foot. Offside going to be called against Canyon. It was an unfortunate offside as the ball just pinballed around. Canyons with another takeaway. Bailey right in the middle of the field, pivots. Canyons will run to the near side. Cooper, Cornillo, back to Bailey. Bailey just outside the top of the box. Cuts it back with her right foot. And will swing it back. Cornillo again will now flip the field, play it to the far side as San will pick it up. Cuts it around a defender, but got tied up as her and Ferguson run into one another. And now Cuesta back the other way. Haven't had much of an attack so far today as Cuesta, as it's been pretty much all Canyons. Ball's been on the Cuesta side of the pitch for most of it, as Brooks going to be called for a foul. And we'll have a reset. Remember, men's soccer coming up on the Canyon Sports Network after this. 6 o'clock start time. Pasadena City College Lancers in town to take on your Cougars. Cuesta now on to the attack. Sombrun knocked out of play by a Canyon defender. Cuesta's throw in defended well by Canyons. That's going to be a hard foul right in the middle of the field, and Canyons will get to play it freely for about halfway between the box and the center circle. It's just about 5 minutes gone here in the second half. 2-0 Canyons. Both goals by Lauren Bailey back in the first half. Young will send it ahead. Bailey flicks it forward. McGinty and Gutierrez Cervantes were chasing after it, but it's taken away as Sadie Sadie Magpie now in goal for Cuesta. So we had goalie changes on both sides. Magpie in goal for Cuesta and Uzan in goal now for Canyons. We're trying to solve it over here at the table. It's a handball called, and it'll be a free kick for Cuesta from about, we'll say, 15 yards away from the box. Some Brun to take it here and wanted to bend it over the top of the wall. It was just a two-person wall, but she just sent it high and well over. Uzan will get it going. Bailey around one. Cornelo to the near side. Cooper ahead. Brooks gonna run onto it. Good ball ahead. Tucker trying to give chase. Brooks wanted to stop it up and get around Tucker. They battle for the loose ball, and Tucker from her backside was able to get away from Brooks, and then Brooks gonna be called for a foul here as McGinty was tripped up. Here's Maldonado ahead. Brooks on a run trying to stop it up. Russell into the box, bicycle kick attempt, but goes well wide. Bailey with a laugh afterwards. Wasn't even close to the mark, missed by about 45 feet, but still an athletic maneuver nonetheless. That was the only choice she had, to try and even flick it towards the goal. Good ball right into the box. Bounces away. Now Bailey again. Wanted to touch to Brooks, but defended as Pulido was able to knock it away. Then Pulido and Fiore ran into one another. Cuesta's able to work it ahead, but San able to take it away. Onto the outside, Russell. Slowly with a run ahead. Plays it on the outside towards Maldonado. Cutting across to defend it out of play is Lowen. Canyons back to work after the throw-in. Bailey wanted to chip. Was well over the head of Maldonado. 6 feet in the air, and Maldonado listed at just 5'1", going to be a tough ball for her to get to. Now Bailey back with it again. Right into the box, left-footed strike, missed wide. Well wide. And that Cougar down on the far side of the field, it's Katie Russell. Looks like maybe got stepped on. We'll see. Medical staff. Not going to come out. And I think Russell, she just maybe twisted an ankle a little bit and get set up. And it's Fiore. Touch back. Canyon's able to take away. Now Canyon's with it once again. Russell. Bailey into the middle. She's been the pivot all day today, right in the middle, and has really controlled the ball well with already 2 goals and a number of good chances. Gutierrez Cervantes had it taken away. Cooper was able to stop it up. Maldonado to the far side. Good ball onto the outside. Russell back to work after that stop up for a second. Maldonado flicks it ahead. Bailey knocks it down. Back, right-footed strike, and it just goes over. Good look for Cornelio. Right in the middle of the field after a good setup from Russell to Bailey. Bailey, who had gathered it with her body, able to touch it back, and Cornelio had a good look, but just drove it high. So first good chance of the second half for Canyons. That was really dangerous, as we're inside of 33 to go right now. It's Brooks on the outside. Wanted to touch it back into the middle to Gutierrez Cervantes. It's played ahead and will stay in play as it bends back towards the middle of the field. As Cooper then will get it into the center circle. Young onto the outside. San wanted to drive it in. It was knocked away by Lowen. Now taken by Bailey. Cornello onto the outside. Gutierrez Cervantes with the right foot right into Brooks. Brooks then will pop it in the air. A nice little play by Magpie to run out and catch it like a receiver over her shoulder running for the touchdown. An underratedly tough play. This one stays in play. We continue on. Good job from Canepa to keep it in, and now Canepa will have a run on the outside into the box, stops it up, turns it back. Zumbrun, right-footed strike defended by Cooper, and then played ahead. Gutierrez Cervantes, one-on-one with McGinty. Back towards Maldonado. Maldonado wants to chip it ahead. Taken away, and Kirk will run it back ahead for Cuesta. She'll spin back. Canepa towards the box. Defended by Marcelin. Picked up on the outside. Taken away by Cuesta. They try and play it back into the middle again, and Marcelin once again defends it out. And Canyons wants to try and push back the other way. Good move by Gutierrez Cervantes. Looking. Steps around another, got tripped up by Tucker. Wait for the ball to get back in play. So get everybody organized. Cooper to start us back up. Job by Lowen on first contact. Now Maldonado. Nope. She'll get it again. Nope again. Taken away for a second time by Cuesta as Lowen was there to defend. Canyons quickly back the other way. Brooks had it bounce away from her. She'll try and run onto it. And Magpie was the only one that was going to beat her to it and did. Substitutions for Cuesta here. Canepa and Brandiff off. Martin, one of the two Cuesta college players on, I believe. Trying to figure out who the other one was. Bellaruli coming on. Say a rule, actually. I'll try and get her pronunciation correct. Whistle and free kick for Canyons, maybe 15 outside the box to the right. So a chance here on a set to see if they can develop something. Maldonado to flip it on. We'll flip it towards goal, and it just didn't bend back enough towards the middle of the field to give Canyons a chance to try and redirect something as Magpie was able to gather it. Drives it ahead low. Well, yep, that was going to be a foul pretty much the whole way going. Carnillo with a wry smile as she runs back up the field. It's worthy of a good shoulder check that you'd see on the ice rink. Guzano gathers. It bends in towards her. Canyons just playing control at this point. Had a few attacks, but haven't had to do much as they do lead 2-0. Good turn by Gutierrez Cervantes, and then Cooper coming up to help. She'll run it down the near side. Tried to cross through the middle, and it's defended and goes out of play off of Riley McGinty. Another good chance for Canyons that goes out of play. Here's Brooks on a chance, a breakaway. Has one with her. Will just slide it towards the goal with the left foot. And it's an easy goal for Rebecca Brooks on a bit of a broken play. Ball bounced past a Cuesta defender, and Brooks just, you can't give her that much time. You really cannot. Her third of the year, and it's 3-0 in favor of Canyons. Maldonado was the one that fed it past. Canyon's looking for more here. I'm hearing that actually might be Rebecca Brooks's 6th of the year. She may have had a hat trick the other day, but we're missing some stats on the website due to, I believe, Moorpark not getting things updated, which it happens. And now a whistle for a foul. And actually, I think it was a whistle for an offside. Nonetheless, 3-0 Canyons. Goals by Bailey, 2 in the first half, and then that breakaway goal from Rebecca Brooks just a few moments ago to make it 3-0. Brooks actually scores and then comes off the field as they get Genevieve Mendoza in to get a run for the last 25 or so. McGinty back to Tucker. Chips ahead. Marcelin defends. Ferguson takes over. And Canyons will steal it away. Cuesta trying to push here. They need to push the pace. Trailing by 3, and you have not had more than maybe 6 real good attack chances, and maybe only resulting in 2 or 3 really dangerous shots on goal. Gutierrez Cervantes got knocked down as her and McGinty just ran into one another as Gutierrez Cervantes had knocked it away from McGinty. Cuesta trying to work ahead. Turnover, Bailey looking for the hat trick. We'll just play it over to Mendoza, whose shot was blocked. Mendoza then onto the outside. Cross didn't work. As the wind picks up a bit and dies out a bit. Canyons with it once again. As they play it onto the outside to Russell. Now back to Sand. This Canyons can really just play possession right now with a 3-goal advantage, but not like them to do that. They try and push ahead. Bailey in the corner, 1v1, gets around one, into the middle. They are able to touch it over to Gutierrez Cervantes, but her shot was blocked. Then Cooper was trying to get around Polito, and it had it taken away, and Polito wants to move it ahead. Her chip blocked by Marcelin. Good job by Marcelin to step up and just defend well. And now Canyons back the other way. Good ball onto the outside. Cornillo just flicks it towards the goal, though, from outside the box. And Magpie able to settle it down, and now we'll boot it high in the air towards the midfield stripe. Cooper and Young both were there. Now Marcelin driving ahead. Fiore got knocked down. She looks a little uncomfortable. She tries to catch her breath. Now whistle for a foul against Canyons. Right about the 20-minute mark. the way onto the near side of the field into the Cuesta half of midfield, and that'll bring us a substitution on the Cuesta throw-in as Alvarez in and Kirk off. And Lauren Bailey gonna come out for Canyons as well, as Rapp's gonna come in. Sarah Allen gonna come in as well to take over for Shelby Cooper. Allen first action coming back into the game, just plays it out. And more substitutions coming as Fiore gonna come off and Bouillard gonna go in. And actually it's Flanagan coming in. And we're in position to go back to work. Allen, first contact. Cuesta controlling in tight space. Throw in for Canyons off the far side. Maldonado onto the outside. Cross into the box. Good defend by McGinty. Maldonado will roll it towards the net. Magpie able to pick it up. Taken away by Maldonado again, though. Plays it ahead. Running on Mendoza. Her and Magpie crash into one another as Magpie out to defend the play. And it's a throw-in for Canyons. Unlucky for Canyons that it's not a corner as it went out just before the far side flag. Young able to take away. Canyons trying to work in once again. The cross was defended away. Now big right boot from Ornillo that goes out. Canyon's going to have some substitutions. Monteforte coming in, Katie Russell coming out. Still working on that 3-0 lead. Just letting time tick down, really. They've had a few looks here and there, but mostly working on things, it seems, at this point in time, with a number of reserves on the field. Substitutions for Cuesta as Taylor Kirk coming back in after rest as Abby Lowen comes off. Magpies' free kick was low the entire way, stolen by Canyons. Cornello will play it over. Maldonado chips. Ends up finding its way to wrap on the near side. But she lost it. And it'll be a goal kick for Cuesta. Inside of 12 and a half to go. At least according to the score clock. And shouldn't have, at this point, much extra time, but we'll see. Haven't quite gotten to that point yet. As Canyon's on the attack once again. Cornello, another right boot that clangs off the fence well behind the goal. Young ran into Flanagan and was able to stay with it and bring it back ahead. Good defense by Young. Is now on an overlap. We'll run it ahead. Wanted to cut it into the middle. Defended by Kirk. Taken by Canyons. Monteforte trying to control. She got tripped up. And now a whistle is, it's going to be a foul on Canyons. Monteforte going to be the guilty party. McGinty ahead. Young will just play it all the way back. He's unable to control. Marcelin. Maldonado. Gutierrez Cervantes. Back to Young once again. Bounces off a body, goes right into the center of the field. Mendoza was trying to run onto it. It was defended by Cuesta and played back out towards the center circle. Young. Wrap, good connection onto the near side. Allen overlapping. Gets by one defender, plays it into the box. Ball pinballs around. Still loose, left-footed, soft touch. Cornillo that's taken away. And it looks like a sub here. Mia Ferguson kind of looks a little uncomfortable. We'll have a injury substitution here. Is Frida Mendoza going to come in to take over? Now, looks like we've got some repair work that needs to be done to Sadie Magpie. Substitutions for Cuesta after we get Magpie cleaned up. Canepa back in. Zumbron out. It's a drop ball for Magpie to play. Like just a little scrape on the knee that needed attending to. So that'll add to our extra time. So here goes Allen ahead. Good ball. Gutierrez Cervantes, her and Mendoza kind of came together, and Mendoza was the one that eventually took it. Back to Maldonado. Just trying to get it over to Monteforte. Still loose. Shot blocked. And it caught Mendoza. She did not look happy that it hit her where it hit her. But we continue on. Good defense off the far side. It's Canyons with a takeaway. Maldonado chips ahead. Play is onside. Mendoza cross. Wrap. Shot blocked. Still battling, and I believe the foul's going to go against Canyons. Magpie again out to gather just at the edge of the penalty area. offside called against Canyons. Yeah. There's about 2:40 to go, maybe a little longer than that. As we are subject to extra time. In the 3C2A, we play under FIFA rules. There's extra time allowed in FIFA. The NCAA, it is not that way. If you are familiar with college soccer. So here goes Canyons on the attack again. Monteforte trying to play it in the middle of pinballs back towards the goal as it was defended by McGinty. So we're inside the 2-minute mark on the clock, so now we just wait on extras. But Canyon should come away with a win, leading 3-0, and really have controlled this game from the opening kickoff, as it's really been all COC. Lauren Bailey with a pair of goals, Rebecca Brooks with one as well. And like we said, they've pretty much controlled from start to finish. Not really had much pressure on their own net, their own side of the field. Cuesta has just not been able to find much of an attack so far here today. And for Justin London, he'll pick up his career win 150 as the head coach of Canyons women's soccer. So good for him. And for Canyons as a group, they will improve to 3-1 on the year. For Cuesta, they will fall to 1-2. Long way left to go in the season, though, so lots can change. are into extra time now. So another attack for Canyons that goes wide. And there's the final whistle, so Canyons will take it by a final of 3-0. Goals by Rebecca Brooks, 2 by Lauren Bailey. And Justin London gets his 150th win of his head coaching career. And that'll do it for us here for Cougar Sports Network. We'll have men's soccer for you. Switch over as they will take on Pasadena here in just a bit. And we hope you stick around for that one.